Hi, welcome to today's workout. This is one of my favorites. We'll be using a chair to do a nice, easy, and gentle yoga flow with the support of a chair. This is perfect for beginners, as well as prenatal and postnatal friendly. Try to walk as close as you can, pressing your hip bones right flush against the back of the chair. Press your palms into the front of the seat and try to pull the shoulders back, broaden through the front of your chest. Open up through that collarbone. Push down into the chair to lengthen up through the crown of the head. Root your feet into the floor. Take an inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, slowly stretch over to the left side. Inhale, reach back up, push your hips forward. Again, broaden through the chest and the shoulders. And then reaching your left arm up, stretching over to the right side. Inhale. Let's do that one more time. Right arm reaches. And exhale, slowly folding over towards the left. Rooting your feet into the floor, stretching up and over. Inhale to come back up. And then left arm reaches up. Exhale, stretching over to that right side. Inhale, coming back up to center. I want you to just walk your legs back, maybe keeping your wrists or your hands onto the chair. Press the hips back. You can bend the knees a few times, making that nice little L shape from the hips. Feeling that out. If you need to, you can walk in a little forward and place even your elbows to the chair, opening up through the chest, through the back. And stay still. You can sway the hips a few times. And you can widen your stance, really play with it and explore your body, especially here with the help of a prop. Hands to the seat, press yourself up. Let's come to seated. So if you're short like me, you might have to put something underneath your feet, okay? If you're taller than I am, you might need to place something under your hips so that your knees really line up with your hips. Hands to your thighs, and I want you to just do a few cat and cow movements to wake up your spine. Also including your hips, so tilting the hips forward, looking up. Exhale to round back. Inhale to pull forward, lift and lengthen. Exhale to slowly round. Let's reverse the breathing. Inhale into the back of the body. Exhale, pull the chest forward, look up. Inhale to round. Exhale, hug the belly in, lift and lengthen. One more time. Inhale to round. Exhale, slowly come back up into neutral. Grab a block. I'm going to move everything to the right side. I'm going to keep the block between my thighs, pressing the feet still down, hugging the block between them. Make sure your hips are still pressing into the chair. I want you to grab the back of the seat. So pull the chair down, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Try to lengthen from the tailbone to the crown. So I love the chair because you can really segmentalize the bottom half of your body and the top half of your body. So if you're really trying to work the legs, ground your legs, push it away, almost like you can sit up. And if you're working on your core, then work from the chair up. Okay, so as we inhale, I want us to lengthen. And as you exhale, hug the block, pull the belly button towards the spine. And with your left hand, I want you to pull the side of the chair. With your right hand, gently push. Make sure your chin is up and you're still looking at eye level as you start to twist. So the block is between the thighs so that you don't start twisting into your hips through the hips too much into your lower back. Imagine you want to twist above the belly. So if you're prenatal, make sure you're not twisting into the baby. More attention to broadening through the chest and the shoulders. Last two. And one. Slowly untwist. I'm going to place the block down. You might need that later. I'm going to slowly start to kick my left leg back and scoot a little bit more over to the right side. So your right hip bone is going to be on the seat. You can rock forward and back. If your seat is hard, I recommend sitting on a towel or a blanket. So again, your sit bones are not so flush to the chair. If you have a growing tummy or a baby inside, please step your foot more out. So your feet again are a little more hip width and not in one line. Eventually you can go there if you don't have a baby in the belly. Okay, so I will step a little wider just as a reminder. Again, root down through your feet. It's almost as though you were lifting off of the chair. You don't want to lose sight of that leg strength. Reaching your arms out to the side, coming into your warrior. Again, press through the feet, lift through the core, Inhale, find length. Turn your head, look over your right fingertips. And then let's bring it down. So you can bring your forearm to your thigh, lift your left arm up, push down, drop the shoulder, keep the collarbone nice and open. Take a few breaths here. If you'd like to, you can also extend your hand down onto the block if that's still there for you, or again, just keep your forearm onto your thigh. Again, press through the feet. Try to lift and lengthen from your hips as you look up. And then slowly let's reverse. Left hand to the back thigh, right arm reaches up, create that space in the front of your right hip. Inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your right forearm down, reach your left arm over your head. Good, slowly coming back to center. I'm gonna turn my left hip forward, flex through the heel, squeeze your bum, press the heel back, heel over your hip. Again, rocking your hips forward and back. You might need to bend your back leg a few times so you find that nice, long lower back and neutral in your hips. From here, if you feel comfortable, start to extend the leg back. Feel that stretch in your hip flexor, feel that quad engage, feel your glute engage, and stay here. Now, you're welcome to lift your left arm up. I like to hold the back of the chair, or you can hold the side of the chair, bend your arm, and then reach over to the right side. Again, you can keep the leg bent if that's more comfortable for you. If you want more intensity, then start to kick the heel back. Take another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lift your left arm up. Bend your elbow, bend your left knee, grab your outer ankle from the thigh, grab your outer ankle, here. Roll the shoulder back and start to squeeze your heel to your bum, maybe slightly dropping your left hip towards the floor. Again, you can hold the top of the chair or the side of the chair, whatever helps you feel balanced. Keep pressing your right foot into the floor. So either looking straight ahead, starting to look up. Again, I like to bend my elbow, so I roll my shoulder back. Once you have that space in your shoulder, then start to squeeze the heel to the bum. Take another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release the leg. Okay, so we're gonna go straight to the other side. So I'm gonna scoot everything back. From here, bring your feet onto that height if you need it. I do. You're gonna put the block between the thighs. From here, I'm gonna hold the back of the chair, press down through the feet. Again, you might have to rock those sit bones back and forth just to find that neutral in your lower back. Hug the belly in, press down so the shoulders push away from the ears. Stretch your spine up, inhale. And as you exhale, push with your left hand, pull with your right hand. Chin up, look over your left shoulder. Again, if you are prenatal, you want to twist above the belly, more intention and opening up through the chest and the shoulders, and not twisting into the belly. Otherwise, you can twist more if you don't have the baby in the belly. And then slowly unwind. Take the block down, more towards the inner part of your left foot. Again, shifting over to the right, extending your right leg back. Again, eventually 2 heels in one line, but if you are accommodating to a growing belly, then you can bring your right foot a little bit more forward. Again, rocking the hips forward and back. Really find that it's so useful to find your neutral in these kinds of positions because you have that support. So press down through the legs so that they're still really active, very much as though you're standing off of the chair. Reaching your arms out to the side, drop your shoulders away from the ears. Again, hug the belly in. Sometimes I like to even brush up so you can really feel that length. Turn your head, look over to the left, over top the fingertips, and take another 3, 2, and 1. Bend your left forearm to your left thigh, reach your right arm up, turn your head and look up. Again, not dropping into the legs, pressing down into the floor, pulling up through the core, reaching up, looking up. Good, reverse your warrior, right hand back, left arm reaches up and over. Create that space from that front fold in the hip. And then slowly place your right forearm down, left forearm down, right arm reaches up and overhead. Breathe here. 3. You're more than welcome to also use the block that's by your foot. Open wider through the chest. 2. Rotate that right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. And 1, slowly reverse. Okay, from here, I'm gonna face both of my hips towards the front. Okay, and slowly you can bend your right knee. I like to kick a little bit to push my right hip more forward. Again, you're scooting a little bit also to the right, so only your left sit bone is on the chair. And again, rocking forward and back just a few times, finding that neutral where your hips and your lower back are aligned right here. From here, start to slowly kick your right leg back. If that feels okay for you, you're gonna engage your glute, your quad's gonna lift, your heel over your toes. You can reach your right arm up. Inhale. Start to slowly reach your right arm over to the left side. You can hold the back of the chair or the side of the chair, but slightly press down so that left side lifts as you reach over. Now, if you want to intensify the stretch, start to slowly kick your right heel back, engaging your quad, engaging your glute. Try not to drop the hips forward. Again, still maintaining that nice neutral. Breathe here for another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Bend your right knee. Grab your right outer ankle. Again, I like to bend my elbow, especially if you're hypermobile. Roll the shoulder back and open. And then slowly start to squeeze your heel to your bum. And then start to drop the knee towards the floor. Again, just being mindful if your hips started to roll forward. Again, find that neutral. And again, squeeze the heel to the bum. Keep pressing your left foot into the floor to ground you here. Take another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release your foot and start to face back to forward. I'm going to take the chair and bring it forward. So we're going to flow with the chair. If you don't feel stable with your chair, just on your mat, or if it's a little bit slidey, please push your chair up against the wall so that you make sure nothing slides, nothing slips. But for me, I've done this billions of times, so I'm gonna do it without the chair, without the wall. So feet grounded on the floor. Inhale, reach your arms up. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold into tabletop. Hips, feet are a hip width distance. Inhale, lift your head and tailbone towards the ceiling. Exhale, round your back, and then step back into plank. If it's difficult to step back into plank, you don't have to shift so far back. Otherwise, try to bring the shoulders over the wrist. Now, you're more than welcome to stay here. If it's hard for you to grip the chair on the top, you can grip the sides of the chair. That'll still help build strength in your hands. Otherwise, building the strength of your body, press the heels back, shift the shoulders over the wrist. You can stay here, as I said. Or if you're more familiar with your vinyasas, then you can bend your elbows, pull the chest forward, roll over the toes, inhale, exhale, everyone meets in downward facing dog. So from here, widen the feet, step them back a little. You can bend the knees left and right. Make sure you're not dropping into your chest, your shoulders, or your elbows. Bend them first, lift the forearms up, and then slowly pull the hips back and up. Ears in line with the arms. You're peering at the feet of the chair, and take another 3, 2, and 1. Grip the mat, shift back into plank. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, right foot and left foot, step in. Coming back into your tabletop. Inhale, lift your head and tailbone toward the ceiling. Exhale, rounding your spine. Press down to the feet. Inhale, reach arms up, lift and lengthen. And then as you exhale, hands down, arms by your side. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, fold, tabletop. Inhale, lift your head and tailbone toward the ceiling, maybe bending the knees. Exhale to round your upper back. Inhale, stepping back into plank or whatever feels more comfortable for you. Shift the shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, you can stay here. Or if you feel strong for today, maybe a little mini push-up or upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here. Take another 5. Hug the forearms in towards each other. You might slowly roll your shoulders down, okay, and then pull your hips up and back. Again, bend the knees if you have to. Feel the front of the back and the backs of your legs engaging, as well as stretching. 3, 2, and 1. Grip the chair. Lift the head, look forward, come back into plank. Hold, inhale. Exhale, right foot and left foot step back in, tabletop position. Inhale, lift the head and tailbone toward the ceiling. Exhale, rounding your back, pressing through the heels. Inhale, reach both arms up, lengthen. And then exhale, hands down, arms by your side. So we're gonna do a little bit of our leg work here that we did earlier using the chair. Reach arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the chair, tabletop. Inhale, lift the head and tailbone towards the ceiling. Exhale to round your upper back. Stepping back into your plank position. Shifting shoulders over the wrists. Again, you're more than welcome to add a little mini push-up or stay in plank or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's step our right foot forward. I like to place my knee right at the seat of the chair. If you need to, put a towel so it's a little more cushy. Feet are hip width distance. From here, you're more than welcome to keep holding that chair, but make sure your left leg is kicking back and you're driving your right knee forward. Try to push that left hip forward, right hip back. Maybe both arms reach up, coming into your crescent lunge. So I love the chair because it gives you that feedback that both legs should be working equally in the same. And then hands down, step back. You can hold plank, bend the elbows, chaturanga, your choice. Downward facing dog. Let's move to the other side. Left foot steps forward. Right heel kicks back. Square your hips. Hug the belly to the spine. Both arms reach up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands down. Plank back. Add your chaturanga if you'd like to. Inhale. Exhale. Meet in downward facing dog. Breathe. Take another 3, 2, and 1. Shift back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, right foot and left foot. Step back and under. Tabletop position. Inhale, lift the head and tailbone toward the ceiling. Maybe slightly bend the knees. Exhale, round your upper back. Press through the feet. Inhale, stretch up, lift and lengthen. Exhale, arms down by your side. Let's do one more set. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the chair. Inhale, lift the head and tailbone toward the ceiling. Exhale to round your upper back. Step back into plank. So remember, if your chair is against the wall, you want to make sure you're pushing down and not forward. Otherwise, you might tip forward. Bend the elbows. Lift the chest up. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward. Left foot steps back. Let's lower the left heel down and windmill the arms open, coming into your warrior 2. So again, step wide. Feet may be more hip width or chair width distance. Inhale here. Again, you're more than welcome to place your forearm down to your thigh, turning your head, looking up, reaching up. And then slowly, still with the knee bent, keep that contact with the knee to the chair. Reverse your warrior. And then slowly fan both hands back to the chair. Lift your left heel up, step back into plank, shift forward, chaturanga. Or again, just meet in downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Left foot steps forward. Lower your right heel down. Coming into your warrior 2s. Inhale. And then let's reverse that. Reaching your left arm up and back. And then exhale slowly. Fan the hands back down. Finding your plank once more. Feel free to vinyasa if you'd like to. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Whew. So we're just going to take a few more breaths here. You should feel a little warm now. You should feel that support of the chair. Don't drop into it. Pull the ribs up. Open the feet wider if you have to. You can do a few hip swings side to side if that feels good for you. Otherwise, lift the back of the head and the neck. Walk your feet in, coming back into your tabletop position. Inhale, lift the head and tailbone up. Exhale, round your spine. Press into the chair. Inhale, reach arms up. And then exhale, hands down, arms by your side. Great. So from here, hands to your hips. I'm going to have you place your foot to the chair. I'm going to turn out to the side. And from here, just doing our nice little gate pose, just leaning forward. Sorry, not gate pose, but just lunging a few times here, feeling that space in your hip, pushing the chair away. Make sure you're pushing your foot down. From here, I'm going to place my hand to the inner part of my right foot. Left arm reaches up, nice gentle open twist. Again, you can back off of the pose if that feels more comfortable for you, or you can lean into it. Otherwise, coming back up, let's keep it simple. Turn back to the chair. Flex your front foot, hold the hips, inhale, lengthen, and then exhale to slowly fold forward. Again, you can keep your hands on the hips, you can hold the chair, You can even scoot in a little bit closer. If you're not as flexible, hold the top of the chair and just breathe here. Again, if you're accommodating to a belly bump, then you're more than welcome to open up to the side so you're not squeezing the tummy to the thigh. Take another 3, 2, and walk your hands in. Let's go to the other side. So from here, left foot out, right foot in, just lunging and leaning, really focusing on the strength of that front leg more, pushing the chair away. 2, and 1. From here, left hand to the inner part of your left foot, and then slowly, gently open twist. Take another 3, 2, good job, and slowly back down for 1. All right, turn your right foot in, flex your left foot, hands to the hips, inhale. Exhale slowly to fold forward. Again, either folding towards the leg or just in the center of your hips. Take another 3, or again, you can hold the chair 2, and 1. Great job. Okay, so from here, let's slowly make our way down towards the floor. Feel free to use the chair, coming down towards the knees. Walk your hips back. I like to place my elbows onto the chair and then slowly and carefully open those knees. If it feels safe for you, tuck your head underneath the seat and start to bring your palms at your upper back as you send the hips back and down. Breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lift the hands. Be careful of your head. Slowly come back up. Let's swing those legs forward. So you are going to use the back legs of the chair. I'm going to bring my left foot to the right back leg of the chair. You might use your block. You might use a towel or a pillow just to protect and support your head and neck. From here, both my left leg and left arm are going to reach under. I'm going to rest my head on a block and slowly reach my right arm up and over. So just feeling that nice side body stretch. You can even slightly pull with your left hand. Breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lift back up. Let's go to the other side. So right leg through. I'm going to put my right foot to the opposite foot of the chair, and then slowly threading your right arm as well to that back leg. Place your head on a block. Left arm reaches up and over. And I love holding the back of the chair. If it's not available, you can always put your hand on the floor. Otherwise, try to slightly pull that bottom shoulder forward and that top shoulder back. Breathe here for another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Now, if you feel pretty flexible, you might bring your feet to the front legs of the chair. If you're less flexible, you'll bring your feet to the back legs of the chair. Inhale here, and as you exhale, I just want you to fold forward. So you're not rounding in your back. In fact, you're pulling your chest forward and you're really folding from the hips. For those who are a little bit more flexible, feet to the front legs of the chair, inhale, reach up, and then exhale, fold forward. You can even use the chair to pull forward so you can bring your head down. Take another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Now, we'll do one more little exercise before we rest. Feel free to keep your feet on the floor. Otherwise, if you feel safe enough, and those who are prenatal, you're still safe to do this, but just please listen to your body. I like to press my feet out into the legs of the chair, roll the shoulders back, palms face down. Inhale here. We're going to go into our bridge pose. You're going to exhale, lift your hips off of the floor, and breathe here for 3. Push your feet out so you have that really attention to the outer legs. 2, and 1. Slowly release. If you feel like you want the challenge, you can bring your feet to the top of the chair. So again, if you are prenatal, I'd recommend probably keeping your feet on the floor unless you're in maybe your first trimester or you're very used to this kind of exercise. Otherwise, bring your feet up on the top of the chair. You want to make sure you're not pushing the chair forward, okay? You want to make sure you're pushing your feet down. Press down through the hands, press down through the back of your head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, look towards the knees. Exhale, lift your hips up and breathe here for another 3. Keep the neck long. Make sure there's still space for you to breathe. 2 and 1. Slowly release. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, prepare. Look towards the knees. Back of the neck is long. And then as you exhale, push your feet and heels down into the chair. Squeeze your bum. Use your back if you have to. You can use your hands, but I like to press my hands down instead. Take another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lowering your hips down. So feet together, bring your knees apart. Bring your hands to your inner thighs and just gently press your thighs forward so it almost feels like the crown of the head is pulling away from the chair, lengthening through your spine. Feel that space, that stretch in your inner thighs. Feel that hollowness in your pelvis. Relax the shoulders. Take another 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands to the outsides of your thighs. Bring your knees together. Start to stretch your legs forward onto the chair. Now I like to still keep a bit of a bend so that you feel your lower back is more supported by the floor. You're more than welcome to extend the legs as well if you'd like to, more like legs up against the wall. Get that nice blood flow and circulation in the body. Let's take at least 10 more breaths. If it feels better for you, you can put one hand to your heart, one hand to your tummy. And if at any point you need to get up sooner, you want to turn to the side. So let's take at least 5 more breaths first. And when you are ready, bend your knees to the edge of the chair. Reach your arms over your head. Turn to whichever side feels more comfortable for you. Rest your head on your arm like a pillow. Just stay here for about 3 breaths or so. You can stay here longer if you'd like. And when you are ready, start to press yourself up, gently, carefully, and start to sit back up. So thank you for joining me in this chair sequence. I hope you had fun exploring your body, moving in space with support of the chair. I hope to see you again back on your mat, and make sure to drink water.